SwoleBenji here. Today we're going to see how much fame we can farm by killing mobs in the black zone on the surface, not in dungeons, not in static zones, but just clusters of mobs on the surface, including the boss spawns. And yes, I am currently on the test realm because the build I want to test, I have no spec in on the main realm, and the reason I'm using this build is because I think it might be the most efficient way to farm mobs in the outer world. So let me just show it off real quick. I'm using a blazing staff. It's just flat 8. Alright, so the reason I think that this is probably the best thing to fame farm mobs is because it has a really big and long-lasting AoE. So when you have a mob camp, you just cast this, they will all run towards you, they'll run into this tornado. You can then fire, hose them down, throw some fireballs, and they should melt pretty quick, alright? Now, the reason I'm not using 8.3 is because you would never, ever bring 8.3 out into the black zone, because why would you? You would just get scouted and hunted down immediately. Unfortunately, because it's the test realm, and because we're testing fame credits earned, I do need this to be maximum spec, so I'm going to be a little more powerful than normal, but generally, wearing a tier 8 staff at 1 spec would be the same as having 4.1 with max spec, but like I said, we need these all maxed out so that we can calculate the fame credits. Alright, well, technically, we don't need to have these other ones maxed out, so we can just go ahead and lower these down real quick. Let's just do that. That way we can get slightly better, power adjustment, I suppose. And we're going to be doing, not tier 8 zones because those are all controlled. A realistic, normal solo player like me and like you won't ever actually be able to go to a tier 8 zone because they're all just, you'll get hunted no matter what you're wearing, unless you're in one of the big conglomerate guilds. I'm using cloth so I can do more damage, and I'm using cooldown reduction leather and helmet so that I can spam more tornadoes. And that's the build. I'm using a what is this? And pork omelet, so I can cast faster, and that's really about it, so I can have less cooldowns. Let's get started. So that's the timer. Here's our starting fame, by the way. And let's get to it. So, again, like I said, it's the test realm. That's why the starting fame credits is so high. Actually, we just unspec'd out of, hold on. We just unspec'd out of... So that's actually wrong. Let's fix that real quick. Alright, and that is 97016 and 305. There we go, now that's correct. Alright, and then we'll eat another food so we can restart the timer so that it's fair. We got 30 minutes on the clock. Technically, when you enter the portal, that's when it starts. There we go. Don't ever eat food here, you'll get murdered immediately. So we're going to take the invisible shrine as a real player, as we would. And we're not going to hunt the crystal spiders. We couldn't kill those anyway. You need a sustain build to kill the crystal spiders. But we will, as soon as leaving this zone, because you don't want to farm mobs in the portal zone. You'll just get murdered. There's so many roaming gankers. And by mobs in the overworld, I mean like clusters of these things. See how there's just like some mobs in a little chest? That's what we're going after. I'm not using a personalized map. I haven't scouted these areas yet. I'm just doing this completely blind. You know, first time for everything. And we're going to see how much we earn. So the timer's ticking, we got to get there, alright? We're going to a tier 7 zone so we can get, slightly better rewards, but now that we're in this part of the area, and someone destroyed the Bridgewatch hideout on the test realm, which is really sad, because maybe it destroyed itself, I don't know, it's been quite a while. But realistically, we wouldn't fight these mobs because they're too close to the gate here. And we don't have bubble protection, so we would be completely dead if someone dismounted on us. And I know your results may vary, especially on the live server, because you won't have all these bosses around. And if you're wondering what these little chests on the ground is, it's someone on the test realm decided to have a like a battle royale game, right? And that's what all these are. They're supposed to just have random little looties in them. Kind of an interesting, fun concept that you can only really do on the test realm. I think they got Game Master powers to spawn all these boxes because they are very expensive boxes. Just in case you're wondering what that is. Okay, so we're about to go to the tier 7 zone. It's right here. And we will get started with farming mobs. And we're going to do it as if we were, in danger on the live server. So we're not going to play carelessly now. But I don't even know where the mobs are. We're not killing animals. We're not here to skin animals. We're just here to kill, like, overworld mobs, like these things. Alright? So, ooh, there's a rhino too. So realistic, we'll just park it right here and pull as much as we can. So let's get started. And these are all melee units, it's fine. So we can go ahead and cast the tornado, drop this, cast a firebomb there, and then we're gonna get our cooldowns back. And there we go, they're all dead. Look at all the fame. It's quite a lot. Oh, and I have a tier 4 flat satchel. I'm not using an 8-3 satchel because realistically you would not risk that kind of satchel. And yes, I am aware that I have high spec cloth armor, and that's why we're able to kind of survive that. But hey, you know, so far so good. I guess I'm not really gonna pick up the silver, although I could. You know, let's no, we can't because it takes silver to pay for the fame credits. All right, so this is a boss monster, so we're gonna fight it as if we would, you know, anything else. But I think that's a pretty good first pull. And I completely missed that Q. There we go. We're just fighting this as we would anything else at 6k. 1,600 silver. Like I said, we can't calculate how much silver we earn. That's a little too hard, especially with the cost of fame credits. But, you know, we're not going to stop for a single mob. We want, like, the encampments of mobs, where there's a whole bunch of them. Like, that's just 2. There's 1 there scattered. Surely this zone has, like, bigger encampments. Otherwise, we got to keep moving through the black zone and find something more suitable. Like, I want the ones with, like, a treasure chest. Yeah, like this, right here. Exactly. So let's just, we could gather them with our mount. You know, that's, World of Warcraft style pulls. Although it does put us on cooldown. That's fine. It's fine that we go on cooldown. Let's hit them with that. Hit them with the fire wave. Drop a Q on them. Get our refreshing sprint, use our helmet ability, get our cooldowns back. And there we go. See how fast that cleared all of the mobs? I think this is the winning build for this kind of playstyle. And if it turns out that this is a really good way to fame farm, then fire staffs might be popular, you know? Now, the problem with fire staffs that you're going to learn really quickly is that they have no mobility at all. So... yeah, they're not really weapons that you would use. If you get dismounted, like, you're pretty much dead. Like, there's not a whole lot that you're gonna be able to do. But it is a pretty strong weapon, right? And a lot of people do like faming up the fire staff so they can do the meteor meme. And that is where you you run into a group of players and then you cast sleep on them with the harvester helmet. Then you just dump a meteor on their faces, and they're asleep, so they can't move out of the way of the meteor, and they just die. It's pretty funny, actually. And like I said, I don't know the mob camps, but you know, this is like 4. This is 4 mobs, and these are undead dudes, so they're a little slow moving, and that's fine. Just hit them with a fire. Now, I've actually been using this spell wrong, but it doesn't really matter because we kind of overgear them anyway. I should drop my Q spell first, and then use my W, because that will increase the damage of the W spell. But, you know, for those mobs, it didn't really matter anyway. That's only 2 mobs, I'm not going to stop for that. Yeah, this zone's not looking too favorably. I think we need to go deeper. But hey, you know, once our food buff runs out, we will get a count on our fame credits earned. And I do have auto-respec on, and I do have the bag turned on, so... Again, it's just for, you know, science. See if it's worth leveling up fire staffs. I have a problem on the main realm right now, and that's I have so much fame credits that I don't know what to spec up. I have no clue what weapon that I want to max out next, because I can max out a weapon spec in about, you know, just a couple of days of casually playing, like maybe 3 hours a day, and like just 2 days I can max out a weapon spec, and I'm at the point now where it's like I don't know what to max out next. There's really nothing that I find fun or interesting or useful to max out. And I know what you're probably saying. Just put them all into bows or something. Bows are cool. Well, I have other weapons that are maxed out that are basically the same thing, that serve the same purpose. I don't need to max out bows. I don't need to max out fire staffs. This video is, not only is it, you know, for learning purposes, it's also to see if it's, you know, something I could maybe invest my points into. Because why not, right? And I know some people, they think you should just max out every weapon, but no, that's it's not how I want to play it. Like, SBI has announced they're putting out new weapons, and they are, you know, adding the cap to 120, so why would I spend my points when I can just save them and use it for that kind of thing, you know? But if this fire staff is useful, then we will obviously put points into it if it's a really good farm, but so far, I don't know, man. Like, maybe if you have these camps, like, mapped out, but I'm not finding a whole lot of them. And it could just be this zone. Like, these seem like lower tier mobs, right? And I don't want to aggro the saber-tooth, even though you should probably kill the saber-tooth anyway. Even if you aren't a skinner, you know, they can still drop their babies. There we go. We did the combo properly that time. We can also auto-attack them. There we go. It's 6k. Again, it's not a lot. Not really too much. I think this zone is just not a good example, so we should probably move on to the next one. Because it's so close to the realm gates, I don't even know if it would technically be safe. But yeah, these mobs are all spread out. I want, like, bigger camps of mobs. Oh, and that boss is really tedious to fight. So I'm not really looking forward to that one. And even without my tornado ability, like, this thing still dies decently quick. Not as quick as bolt casters. Right, we did a video where we used bolt casters in this manner. And it's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to burn him down before he shields up. Yeah, he's got his shield out, but it's only a 4,000 HP boss mob, so nothing too crazy. Should be able to take him out anyway. There we go, 18,000. 18,000's not bad. And yeah, I know, we're missing the loot. 5,000 silver. Only 1,000 for that one. Not a lot. Alright, let's go to another zone. I know this is a tier 7 zone, isn't it? Pretty sure this is. I guess that, I don't, yeah, they're tier 7 mobs, but they're like the starter undeads. I want like the harder camps, you know, like the Morgana camps. And, yeah, that's the girlfriend's cat. Meowing down your. Yeah, like these mobs. Like, I mean, this is only a tier 6 mob, but I'm assuming it gives more. Let's kill it and see what happens. 1,336 HP. They couldn't give it one more HP. Like, really? Really, devs? Alright, so there we go. And that should kill it. How much does that give? 1,600. That's a little less than the other one. Why don't we find another... yeah, like... See, here's some more. There's 2 there, 2 there. I don't think we could really pull those because they're range mobs. Maybe that previous zone was a better place to farm, but I want to find more little encampments with chests. Because that's what I want to do, is map out, like, go into the black zone, map out where all the damn chests are. Let's see how much this one gives. And then just pop the chest, just, like, do a rotation of chests, right? Oh, he dragged me and he despawned my mount. So if a player rode by, if we were on the live realm, I'd be dead. Because I wouldn't be able to escape. Not with refreshing sprint. Alright, so that only gave 14,000. So the tier of the zone definitely matters. Alright, well, let's just keep going. And we'll hit another tier 7 zone up here. Hopefully it's got, like, denser mob clusters. Because that's what we're looking for. We are looking for... my voice not to die in the middle of recording. We're looking for more dense clusters of mobs. Alright, so we can farm more efficiently. We don't want to kill like 1 or 2 mobs at a time. We want to kill like 5 or 6. Alright, almost there. And we just killed that boss. This one would give less because it's not a spiky boss. I don't know what to call him when it's just a flat circle. Alright, so... oh, this is, we gotta run through a cave. There are saber-toothed tigers on the sides here, but I think that's really it. Pretty sure that's the only mobs. But, like, this would be a good farming spot if there was, you know, non-skinnable animals on the sides. We can take a peek. It's got a lot of... oh, whatchamacallit, like, choke points. So if people are ESPing and ganking, then yeah, it's not a safe spot, but... like, you go up here, I think it's just like 1 or 2 saber-tooth tigers. Nothing too crazy. Well, actually, there's none there. None at all. Yikes, this is like completely empty. There's one. There's a whole 1, 2 saber-tooths. You know, I was trying to find the area with the most density of these things, right? Because they do drop. That's how you get swift claws now, right? And I just couldn't find any that had like more than 3. I really couldn't. I think that people are getting them from the Avalonian roads, honestly. I have yet to find a good farming spot specifically for swift claws, sadly. I've been looking every day. Every day I log in, I scout around. Alright, so what is this zone? This is a tier 7 zone. There we go. We got some little bit of clusters of mobs. We'll park right here in the middle, pull both. And, you know, ideally, you would be farming the hidden treasures there. But yeah, see, they all run into the tornado. And then they die. And they're dotted after they leave the tornado. So, realistically, you know, that's what you can expect to do. You just gotta find an area where there's a lot of, you know, clusters of mobs like that. And maybe this video will kind of motivate someone to do that. And they might have the new next big thing for fame farming, right? We could, yeah, I think we could do this. We're gonna pull these guys. And this archer's already aggroed onto us. We'll pull these guys. Activate our shield. There we go, and we're just roasty toasting these mobs. Very cool. Didn't mean to get the saber tooth in there too, but that's fine. We're taking a beating here though. With normal cheap armor, we would be down, or we'd have to run away. Also, the bad thing about this, well, looks like I'm gonna have to mount up here because can that burn to death? No. All right, we have to reset this fight because if I dismount, I lose basically because he'll one-shot me. All right, we're just gonna leave that one alive, right? I don't know, guys, if this is a good fame farm or not, but we'll see. We're over halfway. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, then this video saved you coming out here and potentially losing your loot. And yeah, a lot of these have upgraded to bosses. That's, oh look, there's a treasure drone. I've actually never seen one on the live server. Does it run away or does it fight? Oh, just, I guess it fights. That's cool. Look at that, it dodged. They're actually really easy to kill. Okay, that's not really 642 million. Like I said, it's the test realm. This is actually garbage. That was really bad. Is that even worth dismounting for? I don't know, guys. And yes, I'm aware that there's no black market activity on the test realm and that the market's been emptied from people testing Avalonian Road solo specs. Alright, let's keep going. And don't want to fight the shield mob bosses. Don't want to really fight the flat circle bosses. But okay, we'll fight this one. Why not? We'll try to full combo it as fast as possible, right? So I can't even interrupt that because it's a boss monster. And realistically, you would fight closer to your mount. You wouldn't be like so far away from it. There we go. So that's 18,000. You know, I guess the time it takes to kill the shield mob undead boss might be worth, but we gotta find we gotta find bigger groups, guys. Like, no joke. I thought there would be like big clumps of camps to just throw fire tornadoes down upon and get lots and lots of fame. It is not looking like that at all. Like, that's... And yes, I know that when the mobs upgrade, you know, they don't want the boss mob to be surrounded by a bunch of trash mobs, but at the same time, if they're all the shield casters like these things, it's just not good. It's only 18,000. It's not a lot. Alright, so fire tornado, Q, W. I'm gonna stand right on top of its frost attacks so that it deals more damage to itself. Yeah, I'm thinking this is a bad farm, guys. I'm sorry. I thought I was bringing maybe something innovative, but you won't even actually be killing this fast unless you're like, you know, willing to risk an expensive ass fire staff and have very high specs. So I guess we'll just keep killing these. It's the closest thing we got. I know it's annoying to hear their stupid one-liners over and over and over again, and that maybe, like in this instance, that bolt casters would be superior right? But the plan was to fire tornado entire camps of mobs. And we did a video where we ran around and used bolt casters on boss mobs, and that one was all right. There, see, here we go. Look at this. We got like 7 mobs here. But my crap's on cooldown still. But that's okay. We got a helmet for that. We got a helmet to alleviate our problems. Now, one problem that I'm facing here is I don't really have a reliable way to pull. You know what? Just do that. We'll just kill them. We don't have to kill them all at once, right? We'll just kill this little mob, and then we'll scoot up there and kill those. This is what I was talking about. This is what I was hoping the entire Black Zone would be filled with, is giant clumps of mobs just like this. And then we'll get our tornado cooldown back. There we go. So we didn't pull those two because they were just too freaking far away. But that's okay. We can do this, get these guys. Try to pull them all together. They're kind of annoying because they start casting immediately with their sword swing attacks. And there we go. Down they go. Alright. Making some progress finally. If the whole video was this, it might be a little more worth it. But see, these guys are all spread out. And if you're near someone's farms, I'm pretty sure if you aggro these guards, that whoever owns it gets a little mail notification. At least that's what I've been told. And then they just rush out of their hideouts and smash you. And this is the test realm, and someone's reclaimed this farmland. Because normally it just opens up for whoever wanders in to raid it and claim it or something. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So whoever owns this is actively upkeeping it on the test realm. It's crazy. I guess they're just testing farming and stuff. I don't know. Another treasure drone. This time it's a blue chest. Maybe the blue chests are better. Do these guys even hurt? Like, okay, he autos for 127, and what is this? Okay, that's a big laser for like 900. Alright, what do we got? Now, see, that one's a lot better. This Avalonian energy, that's worth quite a bit, and so is the Realm Breaker stuff. So that one, the blue ones are worth killing, it looks like. Okay, yeah, here we go. We got a chest, little encampment area. That's what we want. So let's try this method, where we use the mount to mass aggro as many as we can. Get them all nice and grouped up, except that one lost aggro, and we don't want to despawn our mount, because that would be death in the Black Zone, guys. So now we cast our tornado, and I'm stunned. Am I going? Yeah, I got downed. Something stunned me. I didn't think these guys had a stun. So in this manner, someone could just ride up and execute you, essentially. So you don't want this to happen in the Black Zone. Now, if they have invisibility, they can execute you. But if they ran up and tried to actually execute you, then you would, the mobs would hit them before they can finish. All right, let's just no. We aggro them. We aggro them all, and you would want to respawn your mount nearby before you started this. There we go. So that interrupts. Look at that. They're all just downed. Again, I'm not thinking this is really worth. I think this is way too much risk for the worth, and way too much hassle. Whoa. Okay. What is? Oh, it's an aspect. Okay. If you ever see this in the game, get your buddies and kill this because it can drop a baby mammoth. I think it's like a 3% chance or something. So yeah, you definitely want to kill those. Get yourself a baby mammoth. Those things are like 130 million silver currently. You can actually just straight up trade a baby for a grown one. All the breeders will gladly trade you a fully grown one for a baby. Because the babies have a, I think, 10% chance if you nurture them the whole time to have another baby, and that's, that's free money for them. I hear the boss music. It's the guy again. Again, we don't want to waste too much time on that. Food buff, where are we at? We are at 8 minutes remaining. I'm about ready for this test to end because it doesn't seem like it's worth the hassle. You can easily get scouted, spotted. You're very vulnerable while doing this. The mobs just honestly don't really seem too much worth it. I don't know why SBI was like, hey, we need more players on the open world. Let's buff the fame earnings. And then another thing, too, is that you're not really getting treasure. Like, yeah, there's these little treasure piles, which are great. I'm glad. We need to park our mount closer in the middle here. There we go. Activate our shield. Tornado. Q, W. There we go. They're all going to run back in and burn. See, like, look at that pull. It looks juicy. They're all giving about 2,000, 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's like 14, 16, you know, 1,000 fame right there in one pull. And that sounds pretty freaking good, right? But like, a whole solo tier 5 yellow zone dungeon is like 45 seconds and gives me like 70,000 fame credits, right? I don't know how many fame credits I'm getting from that. Maybe like 30. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to... We'll check it in the end. Don't worry. We'll get the numbers. We'll see if it's worth. Alright, almost. We've almost covered this zone, I would say. A good chunk of it, at least. And like I said, there could be a zone out there that is just absolutely crazy worth it. You know, someone out there probably knows the secrets. They're not sharing it, though. They don't want normies to know. And then we just pop the chest, because that's the whole point. Is to pop the chest, to get the looties. And it looks like most of the loot isn't worth it. Of course, we got 2 of these Tomes of Insight, which are worth it, but that's just a regular drop. It's like if you want to know the drop rate, it's 0.3% chance to get one of those from a mob. All right, it's actually rarer than a baby animal drop. For those that just wondering the drop rates, they were public by SBI a long time ago. They could have altered them or changed them and not told anybody. But for the most part, that's the info they've given us, and we just kind of gotta trust it. And with as many mobs as I kill, I feel like that's an accurate number. Oh, there's another blue chest. There's a lot of animals in this pool. Here, let's pull some animals and see how much fame they give. And the chest is getting away. I'm aware. Okay, so rhinos, if they charge you, they will knock you way out of line. They only gave 500, so animals aren't even worth killing. But, you know, the treasure drone, I'm curious. Let's see what it drops. I didn't do my combo correctly, and it dodged. Oh well. There we go. They're pretty easy to kill. Again, Avalonian energy, that's really good. These things are really expensive. So, if you see the blue ones, go ahead and risk your freaking gear set on them. And, oh, look at this is such a rare sight. There are 4 hidden treasures right here. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I mean, that's just crazy. Why is there so many? We have to pick these up. How much would that make us? Quite a bit, actually. So, check this out. If this was the same every day, this would be a really good spot to farm, because what you do is you go into a dungeon and you get one of those 4 times silver shrine buffs, and then you find the 4 stack of hidden treasures and you pop all of them. That's really weird that they all spawned right there. I guarantee you when the day refreshes, that's not ever gonna happen. But hey, what if it was the same every day? Which they're not supposed to be. But if it is, you know, that's pretty... that would be a farming spot in itself. That would be worth the whole video. That would be like some super ultra secret farming spot right there. Alright. And burn the chest. We also got a hyena. There we go. Now, the silver we would be getting from the mob drops wouldn't make up for the gear lost doing this. Not at all. Not even close. And is the fame worth it? I don't think so. But we'll find out. We're close to the end of the timer, guys. 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Little Hellgate there, just chilling. I wish the Sabertooths would have like a thicker spawn, you know? Like, just having one just randomly there isn't worth stopping for. Alright, so there's 3 mobs. This area looks pretty good for fiber harvesting. Let's go ahead and get this hidden treasure. Why not? Just because we would in the game. Just to see how much it would give us. Oh, and if you're wondering about the tax, For those that don't know, when you're in the black zone, whoever owns the territory can get some of your silver. Because like my guild is set to 0% tax right here. Tax 0%. So that tax is to the territory owner, which I don't know who it is. It's a test realm. Who cares? Like, it doesn't matter really. But that's just another reason why, you know, I don't like the test realm or the black zone too much. Why should I have to farm mobs and give some other dweeb my silver, right? Like you already pay taxes in real life. Why are you making us pay taxes in the video game too? Just saying, man. It's but it's just fake. It's just fake money, bro. It's not like you're really being taxed. Yeah, I mean you kind of are. You know, it's the principle of it. You gotta just say no to taxes. All right, we are about done here. I think this was a pretty good run. Even though I thought there would be more dense mob, you know, numbers. That's why I brought this build out. You know, give some variety. If every single video was just bolt casters and light crossbow, that's pretty darn boring. You know, you gotta admit, you can't just have every video with the best weapons in the game all the time. Alright? You gotta mix it up a bit. Get our cooldowns back. There we go, we comboed it. Nice and good. This one, it seems like he's taking longer to die. There we go, 18k. With 1 minute, 21 seconds to go. Come on, guys, we gotta hurry up. Hurry up and kill as much as we can so we get the final count. There is 2. Look, we'll stop for 2. We'll just stop for 2. Kill everything in sight. Time is of the essence. Kill them as quick as possible. And a boom. You can probably mount up while they're roasting, you know, that's speedrun strats. That could be a speedrun strat for doing the tutorial. I wonder. Hey look, normal mobs. What the heck are they doing? These aren't undeads. Now, the female ones are all ranged. The male is the only one that, like, actually comes at you for melee. Alright, we got 6 seconds on our tornado, but we don't need it. Because these are actually really easy to kill, and they don't give a lot of fame. They're like a tier below everything else in the zone or something. I don't know, that's weird. Alright, food buff, 18 seconds. We can kill the Skelly Archer in time. Skelly Archer. I'm pulling this guy too. Pull all these guys. Oh, there's a chest too. Yeah, this will just be our last pull then. Okay, no Skelly Archer then. I know the Skelly Archer's worth like 6k. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna see if this is even remotely close to other freaking things, okay? Alright, so that's time. Time's up. Let's see where we're at on our fame credits. Let's do the math now. We're gonna pull up the menu here and see how much we earned. Okay. So ending fame credits is 597, 495, 882. That's not a lot. That's actually pretty darn sad. Alright, 597, 495, 882, and then we're gonna minus it. Make sure my mic didn't turn off. 597, 016, 305. 479,000 fame credits, so it's worse than a tier 5 yellow zone dungeon. Yikes. Wow, SBI, you doubled the fame of the mobs out here, and you did not make it worth it at all. Alright, and of course, fame earned. In that time, we're just going to have to double the fame credits, and that's 959,000, which I know sounds like a lot, guys. I know that sounds like a lot, but if you've watched my other videos, especially in this series, you'll note that this is the lowest amount of fame yet. Like, doing Hunter Corrupted Dungeons is better than this. So, yeah. And as far as the loot goes, it's not 4 billion because this is the test realm. Obviously, this stuff is being way overestimated. That's like 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Like, you're looking at like 150,000 in loot here. And maybe 100,000 in silver. And you're paying all that in fame credits anyway. So that's the video. I'm SwoleBenji. Thanks for watching. As always, be a bro and stay swole. Make sure you return your shopping carts. Leave a like and a comment. I almost said a combo. Leave a like and a comment. If you do both, you need to do both. It is an algorithm cheat sheet. Like, it's an algorithm cheat code, okay? leave a like and a comment right now. Just go ahead and do it. Just pause the video. I'll still be here. Leave a like and a comment. Really helps out. Also, 72% of you aren't subscribed, okay? It's been 80% for a while, but it's finally down to 72%. Hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and subscribe. You're not missing anything. I know YouTube shows my videos in your feed. Click subscribe, because one day it won't feed you my vids anymore, and you're going to miss out on all the epic cool stuff that I do. So hit the subscribe button right now. I really appreciate it, lads. Take care. See you in the next one.